Just want to talk about a few albums that I thought was pretty dope. Starting with The Game. Thought it was a good album, not gonna lie. Too many songs. It didn't need 25. I would have been happy with a solid 10 records, you know what I mean? But for it to be his last album, about 10 to 15 records, you know what I mean, would have been solid enough. Because when you think of a Game album, you know what I mean, he definitely has a few classics, you know, and it was a few things missing from the album, notable artists that I feel like could have made the album a bit better sounding. As far as, you know, features, he stuck with his guns and did a few things that was like scratching my head, like, why did he do that? You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to a track list. I'm mad that he didn't put the joint on there when he was kind of good in that ⴅᴇᴜ and putting together the album of songs wasn't the best choices he made. A few of them was, but a few of them I feel like it sounded like mixtape tracks, you know what I mean? Still good production, still great lyricism in it, and overall made the body of work good, but it's just a few tracks I was just really not feeling. You know, out of 25, there's a few that I really wasn't fucking with. But I'm not mad at it, you know. No Smoke has to be like my favorite song on the album. I definitely like The Light. Gucci Flip Flops is another one. Born to Rap, Welcome Home featuring Nip, you know, R.I.P. to Nip. I think that was definitely a fire song right there. But overall, you know, Game opened up and told us a couple things. You could tell he going through a lot in his life and he just want to, you know, move on the best way, you know, he know how to. But I wasn't really feeling the track that he did in, I guess, Celebration of Nas, the Rewind 2 track. I wasn't really feeling that, and I didn't get why he did that record. I mean, I don't know if Nas gave him no approval, but it is what it is. Moving on with Fab. Now, we know Fab is Fab. At the end of the day, you know, Summertime Shootout is not supposed to be looked at as a, you know, it's a fun project, you know what I mean? It would start off as a mixtape, and definitely you could see he got the youngsters, you know, throughout the project. I mean, Cold Summer was straight. Cap featuring Lil Durk, fire. Choosy grew on me a little bit. Options, I fuck with that. Insecure, Frenemies, Time, and that's pretty much it for me. But I mean, this is just Fab doing Fab. At the end of the day, it's a vibe. It's more of a fun type project. Definitely would have loved the Soul tape. It's disappointing I didn't see ＧHRBL on here, seeing how his, you know, ＧHRBL was dating his daughter. I would have liked to see that, but that joint with Durk is good. Bombs is, it grew on me a little bit, you know what I mean? But it's not his best, but it's still good. But Fab just playing around, and he ain't being as lyrical as he could be, and I think that's one of the problems, to where it's like, damn, nigga, you could really go off and really do your thing, but he kind of took it light. So hopefully we do get that Soul album, you know, not the mixtape. He definitely doing the album this go around. He kind of leaked it or whatever in the interview. But I mean, this was fun. Out of all three of them, you definitely could take songs from each project and make a Soul series collection in a way. But yeah, it was a few things missing from this project, and a few things we didn't really want to hear, and some of the sounds I feel kind of dated now. But Fab should rap in his age bracket instead of rapping for the youth, even though the youth kind of run the music game right now. But I mean, what you gonna do at the end of the day? He 40 plus, but I feel like he should open up a little bit more, which he did on this project, which was good. He spoke on the situation with his girl, if you listen closely to that record, and criticism he got from it, you know, and haters, and of course Fab throwing his shots at whoever he throwing his shots at, but he's still talking that talk in a way. But I just feel like it's more of a fun type project, you know, not to be taken seriously at the end of the day. Griselda, these boys never miss. This album was talked about for a minute. I think at the top of the year they was talking about this joint. It's the Slim Shady, my bad. It's the Shady's record debut of Griselda. You know, Griselda's Griselda. They do their thing. They got bars, great production. M did his thing on a Bang remix. That shit was crazy. You know, and these niggas never miss. But I definitely want to see these guys start to work with producers outside of Derringer. Derringer is a fire producer, and I also want Derringer to start working with other notable artists in the game. No cookie cutter shit, but you know, I wouldn't mind seeing Drake, Pusha T, J. Cole, Kendrick, you know, Wale on some Derringer beats. But these guys, I want to see them work more with the industry, you know, going forward with next year, you know what I mean? Because I'm quite sure they have a list of notable rappers that they want to get in the booth with. You know, even Hov. I would love to see Hov do something with him. You know what I mean? I think that'd be pretty dope to just see Hov in his bag, but that's only a wish. You know what I mean? I doubt we'll see it, but I think it's pretty dope, man. And they album cover is always so sick to me. It's just so raw. It's just so grimy, so street. You could just see like where they came from, the bottom, and now they up at the top winning. That's what make these boys dope. You know what I'm saying? That real grimy street shit that these niggas be on. And it ain't too many niggas fucking with Conway when it comes to the lyrics, or Benny. That man is a goddamn problem. And the artistic side of it come from West Side. These niggas never miss. You know what I mean? So collectively they dope. Individually they even doper. So this was definitely a good one. Some joints I take away from this. The first 5 records with the Bang remix is like my go-tos. I kind of put it in a playlist, but I think I subtracted a few tracks. But other than that, these niggas, man, they do what they do. And you can't be mad at real lyricism, you know what I mean? Speaking of Trippie Redd, it's like, this wasn't it. I'm glad the success he got from it, but this installment, it just wasn't it. I tried to listen to this shit like 5 times, and it's just not it. Part 3 is, to me, my favorite. It's the best one, and his debut album. But other than that, I don't know. I think when he's making music, he went for a certain sound, and it kind of didn't work, because I don't really see growth in this project like his other ones. From part 1 all the way to 3, you've seen a growth. But this, it wasn't the best beat selection. It wasn't the best song selection, because I know he went and did mad records, but these songs is, I don't know. I think I walked away with a few of them. Even the first record, I feel like that beat, the way it was so melodic in a sense, I was expecting more, but he should have just talked over that, made it the intro, and then you cut the beat off, looped it, and turned that into an actual song. You know what I mean? But hey, he got success, so I guess that's what he wanted in the end. He winning, but you know, this is his highest debut project since he done dropped the projects. But I definitely feel like the Love series, one more, or just do the album, because I feel like the mixtape series is over, and just do an album. But these days, what's the difference between an album and a mixtape? I just want to see the growth of Trippie Redd, what he's going to do now to evolve his sound, you know what I mean? A lot of these little SoundCloud mama rap emo niggas is not really thriving as they once was, and it's crazy to think that, in my opinion, he kind of outshadowed Lil Uzi. Lil Uzi still do tours and do festivals and things like that because of his label situation, but you would never think that Trippie Redd would be kind of making a little bit better music than Uzi, because Uzi last couple singles been you know what I mean? And Trippie Redd definitely in his last couple projects got some joints on there that's like fires, no debating that. That's just what I thought, man. These are the projects that I was fucking with. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. What y'all fucking with, y'all let me know. 1.